From retro to next gen, we've got it all. I'm George, a Gen X grown-up, and this is Bit by Bit. Okay, here's a slightly older bit, and that's saying something coming from a retro gaming news series, but Tiger-Heli and a whole bunch of other cartridges are coming to Atari consoles on July 18th, and that's why I wanted to talk about this. There is this slightly older article from Retro News that has some of the images to expect. So we've got Tiger-Heli, however you say it. You guys know I'm terrible at pronouncing things. We've got also Avalanche Dark Chambers, Countermeasure 2, and Super Circus Atari. This looks to be awesome. This is all getting released on July 18th. Like I said, they've got the announcement trailer right here, video link, so you can go back and check this out. But I just wanted to talk about it because Atari and PlayOn coming together to put out some of these cartridges that, in some cases, things that were never released for the Atari to begin with, like Tiger-Heli, however you say it. This I love, 40th Anniversary Edition. That's just beautiful. Look at that. Boy, look at that box art for Avalanche. That's so cool. Countermeasure 2. Super Circus Atari. That clown face with the teeth, that just cracks me up. I mean, still, this is just beautiful. I love it when these things come out. I've got my Atari 2600 Plus and all these other systems that I can play these cartridges on now, as well as my original Atari 2600 from back in the day. I can still play these cartridges, and boy, I tell you what's the truth. This just makes me happy. I hope it does you too. Alright, here's a quick little hardware bit from TrendHunter.com. Just announced at Gamescom 2025, the Mini Arcade Pro from IMP Gaming. It's an accessory, it's a dock essentially for your Switch 1, Switch 2, or OLED that can turn one of those devices into a little mini arcade cabinet that you can use to play some of your retro games that you might already have on the Switch. It's got a USB-C interface in order to connect it up to the monitor and everything with all the controls. We've got some neat little buttons here. We've got 8 buttons, some switches up top. Let's see, we've got a turbo plus minus, home and C buttons, okay, integrated switch, toggle the joystick between D-pad, left thumbstick, or right thumbstick, okay, all right, broad compatibility, 12 game card slots or SD. You can use it for either one. But yeah, I don't know what the price is going to be on this, but it's going to ship for the 2025 holiday season. If this thing comes out at something like, say, $40 or so, maybe 50, I think this might be worth a pickup for me. So yeah, if you want a little mini arcade for your Switch 1 or 2 or OLED device, there you go. It's all set up right here. Okay, here's some retro classic release bit coming from PureXbox.com. The new titles that are being added to Antstream Arcade's Xbox Retro Classics on the Xbox Game Pass for August, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump right to the list. We got Climber 5 and Private Eye for the 2600, Colonel's Bequest for the Amiga, Caesar 3 for Windows 98, 95, Shooting Gallery for the 2600, Oystron, I think, is that how you pronounce that? Oystron? I'm thinking like oyster. And Wing War for the Atari 2600. So quite a few 2600 games. Really the only one that I think I know well is Shooting Gallery. I don't think I know the other ones that well, but I'm certainly interested in playing with them. But I agree with the article writer here. Caesar 3 is probably the standout of this release group. It took them a long time to get from that one to the next one, which was, let's see, it's only 98 for Windows and Mac until 2006 when we got Caesar 4. Wow, so that was a big time gap there. So anyway, quick little list, jump right in. We'll have a link to this article down in the description in case you want to go read it for yourself. But if you've got Xbox Game Pass, it looks like you're going to get some great Atari stuff coming up this month. All right, here's a new old stock software release bit of news from tomshardware.com. After 30 years, Settlers 2 is finally going to be released for the Amiga, ladies and gentlemen. So the original Settlers was released on the Amiga, 1993, as you can see right here. But by the time Settlers 2 was coming around, the Amiga was kind of winding down. people weren't really releasing new titles for it because that came out in 96 for PC and DOS, and that was all it came out for. Now, they go into a little bit of the specs that you're going to need for this, and here's some of the artwork that you can see. 680/40 at 40 megahertz. That's not exactly stock on an A500. Yep, right here they're saying you're going to need a 1200 or better more than likely. And these are the minimum requirements. 32 megabytes of fast RAM. Woo! Boy, my goodness. If you have that kind of spec, Amiga OS 3.1 and 600 megs of hard drive space, they think you're probably going to be okay if you've got those other specs. Let's see, 640 by 480 recommended specs include a graphics card. The hell? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Let's keep going down to see how much it's going to cost. So, 30 years you've been waiting for this. It's going to get released on October 18th of this year. That's good to know. Here we go. Here's the pricing, ladies and gentlemen. $58 for a physical boxed edition. Comes with a DVD, a download code, and a Color World Atlas, German and English manuals, plus 4 collectible postcards. Okay, all right. If you're a big fan of the game and the Amiga, I can see that. Digital edition at $35. Okay. Considering $58 for the other one, I get that. Let's check this out. Here we go. Collector's edition on December 1st, 100-unit limited for $117, but it comes in a wooden box in the authentic Settlers II design, ladies and gentlemen. You're also going to get a palm-sized Settlers II castle motif magnet. Boy, that's a lot of alliteration there just to say magnet. We'd also assume it comes with the previous stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, anyway, I'd love to see this kind of news. Thank you, Tom's Hardware, for bringing it to us. I don't know that I was a huge Settlers fan, but I am a big Amiga fan, so yeah, I might have to be spending some money coming October. All right, here's a crazy hardware bit from our friends over at TimeExtension.com. Somebody has made a custom Game Boy Color that is completely clear. Take a look at this thing. So it's not just the case that's clear. Even the PCB is clear. Look at that right down there. This comes from Natalie the Nerd. And here's some posts about it on X. We've got some like a zoomed out. This is the whole system. But then look at some of these close-ups you can find by going to these links. Look at the battery compartment. Everything is clear. Look at the PCB there. Just the trace wire. Yeah, I agree with this statement. Clear PCBs feel illegal at this point. The only bad news that they mentioned here, this is a one-off project, so it's not like you're going to get Natalie to go make you one. She's not going to be selling these, and there's some concerns over how delicate this system might be. It might not stand up to the rigorous handheld gameplay that we all know and love from back in the Game Boy Color original days, but still, that's pretty damn cool creation. Good job on it, Natalie. That's freaking awesome. That's going to do it for the news making headlines in the gaming world right now. I am George, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button, and I'll keep on bringing you the news bit by bit.